family. It is your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin. Yes, Mrs. Michelle D.I. Why? You know, family, for divine intervention, because there are no coincidences in this world. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. And Mrs. Community Builder, why? Because you know your girl's going to give you the good information, boo. The things you need for your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotions. And family, you know if you're hearing my voice, it is Monday, honey, and we are on the radio. Yes. Reflections, Choosing Me Guilt Free is on the radio, family, and your girl is feeling blessed and highly favored. I am feeling extra blessed today because I got a special guest with me today. And I know y'all not used to this, but he been here before. He been here before. It's Mr. Isaac Belota is with your girl. This is one of my favorite people.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Isaac is with your girl. Isaac.
How are you?
Hey, bro. Yes, it's Monday. Reflection Streets and me, Guilt Free, is on the radio with a guest. Isaac has some special things. He has been working diligently, very hard. One of his dreams have come true, huh, Isaac?
yeah,
And so
that is.
we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. But Isaac, first, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a cold, rainy day. I guess should we say we're pre-recording this? I don't know if it'll
We
be.
definitely are pre-recording. It's
I don't
all
know if it's
good.
a cold, rainy day
It's
today.
cold today. Today on this day as we're recording, it's
But
it's it's
that
cold.
means I didn't have to worry about getting off work for this because people don't want their windows washed when it's raining.
No, no, it's all good. The sun will be back out. You'll be all right, huh?
Yeah.
Now, Isaac, Isaac has an amazing podcast, right? Isaac and I met back at a networking event. I guess Isaac, has it been 2 years?
I think it's been two
It's
years.
been about 2 years ago. We met at a networking event. That was, let's give a shout out to Empower Net. Miss
Antoinese.
Antoinese, yes, has her just an amazing group of people that she brings together from all walks of life. So we met at a networking event about 2 years ago, and Isaac had me on his podcast. Isaac, tell the people about your podcast real quick.
So my podcast is called Unordinary
You know
People.
your girl is unordinary. Go
and
ahead, Isaac.
it's called that because there's only 28,000 extraordinary people, incredible people. So I went with unordinary because the name itself is unordinary.
I love it.
And I just tried to find people that I think would be interesting. I try to highlight people, especially in this area,
Mhm.
that I think are doing incredible things. And that's why, of course, I interviewed Michelle
Your
here.
girl was on the list. Your girl was on the list. I love
And
it.
so, Unordinary People on Facebook and Spotify
Mhm.
and YouTube and Instagram and all those things. It's either Unordinary People or Unordinary Podcast, and it'll
Yes.
bring it up. And if you already follow one of those social media things, you probably know that I'm working on a documentary right now,
Yes.
and so that's why I've come onto the show, not only to have a chance to
You
talk
didn't
with
just come
them.
to see me, Isaac.
Well, it's the only way I can ever talk with you.
You know what? Isaac has been talking about this for some time now. We were, talking about just the vision of it all. And so, have you all know, if you've ever had a vision, right? And had a dream of something that you're like, oh Lord, it's giving you something, and just to see it come to pass. I just want you to talk a little bit for a minute, Isaac, about someone out there who might be dreaming, like, I want to do this thing, but they think it's not possible. Tell us a little bit about your journey to get to this project that you've
Where
been working on.
Okay, so I went to school for at TJC. It's a degree that by the time I graduated, they didn't have it anymore, but it was multimedia marketing and production.
Okay.
So it was mass media, radio, television, geared towards marketing, advertising. And ultimately it was geared towards working at a news agency of it's a community college. Most people work locally
Yeah,
or at a nearby town,
of course.
radio, television, studio.
Hmm.
I was in the program. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed radio. I enjoyed video. My favorite part of school was getting a hold of cameras, getting a hold of microphones, and making something, putting something together.
Yeah.
And so while I was in school, I started a podcast called The People You Will Meet. And so I started interviewing different people I had met at school.
Hmm.
I interviewed the president of TJC, Dr. Mahia.
That's awesome.
If anyone has met him, you just know that he is the absolute salt of the earth kind of guy.
Oh,
You see him in interviews and stuff, and he is exactly the same way all the time. Anyway, you run into him.
yeah.
So I got an award while in school for a podcast I did with a man named Billy Lanier. I
Hmm.
later interviewed him for Unordinary People, and he was a guy who just from a young age was so beaten down and full of hate. He ended up
Wow.
in prison. Uh, it's hard to say this, but under extremely understandable circumstances, he murdered two people.
Wow. Wow.
um,
Yeah.
I won't go into too much detail because it would take too much time. But his life had just beaten him so down that he joined the Aryan Brotherhood while in prison,
Hmm.
and became like the number two guy at the prison
Wow.
at 19 years old, and got into gang war basically. Beat a guy nearly to death, and these guys who were supposed to be his brothers
Hmm.
all signed a thing saying Billy did it.
Oh, wow.
The warden came to him and said, if this, I don't know if it was the warden, but somebody at the prison came to him and said, if this guy dies, you're in here for life. There's no chance of parole.
Hmm.
So he goes to the back of his cell and starts praying.
Wow.
And through that, the guy lives. He decides to devote his life to helping others. Uh, he spends 20 some odd years in prison,
Yeah.
11 of those in solitary confinement.
Oh my goodness.
Uh, and, but, gets out of prison and just dedicates his life to helping others, helping guys who are still in prison, are getting out of prison. Just, you've been out of the system for so long, or the system of life, you're just
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
prison,
Yeah.
I mean, he went from uh late 80s, probably 89. He comes out and he goes and uses the restroom at a Ferdruckers,
Hmm.
and he doesn't know how to work the sink because it's because it's
Oh,
the automatic water thing.
it's the automatic
It's-
sink.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
bless his heart.
so anyway, I did that. I had a photography journalism class, and one of the things was I had to interview somebody.
Hmm.
And so I was like, you know what? I don't know who to interview. I was kind of nervous about it. I was a
Yeah.
lot more shy than I am now. Uh, and so I was like, you know what? Somebody's gonna be doing something in the art thing.
Hmm.
So I met a young lady. She was doing a portrait of one of her friends in charcoal, I believe. And so I sat down. We took a couple photos, and I just talked to her
Yeah.
for like we're doing now,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she says, this is the easiest interview I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
Uh, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pursue this. I didn't really want to go work for a news company or something
Right.
like that.
Right.
Uh, so I did that. I met Michelle here. I met so many incredible people,
Yeah.
and and so, but last year, uh, or I guess this year, at the beginning of the year, I was kind of like, what do I want to do? Because I enjoyed doing the podcast and everything, but I didn't feel like it was getting much traction anymore.
Yeah.
I felt like I was running out of people to talk to, even though
Sure.
I don't really run out of people to talk to. But
Yeah. No, I know
and
what you mean because when you're like, I know me, I'm like intentionally kind of looking and paying attention to people. It's not everybody that you meet, and so and you have a vision.
Hmm.
right? For what you want to bring to pass. And then I know I'm always listening to the whispers, like, Lord, okay, who do I do next? I know some people are like, why hadn't she asked me yet? Or what, maybe some
Yeah.
people might feel like that, but it's like you're waiting and listening to, okay, Lord, because he will send you people. And so let me just piggyback really quickly on, I love it when, and we've talked about this before, when you take one step, God takes two. Like he will send you the people. He'll just guide you. You're like, Lord, what else do I want to do? I've gone to school. I've got my degree.
Hmm.
Right. There's somebody out there that's like, I'm not really sure what my next step is. You know what I mean? It was kind of a faith walk for you to just kind of, let me just see. I like doing this. This was a
Yeah.
nice interview. Why not?
Yeah.
Right? And it does just happen like that. I think some
And
people are kind of waiting for
that's the
something
thing.
grand to happen.
The thing too is everybody thinks that everything needs to be your career.
Right.
If you're going to get into something, you got to make money off of it.
Right.
And the truth is, I wash windows and I like washing windows and I
Yeah.
make money washing windows.
Yeah.
I don't make money doing my podcast. I
Hmm.
haven't made any money yet. Maybe I will on
Sure.
this documentary, but it brings me fulfillment. There's
Yeah.
something in that that tells me this is what I'm supposed to do. So to bring
Yes.
it back to that, this
Yeah.
is what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
There is a mural in the post office in Rusk. I
Hmm.
moved to Rusk 2 years ago on the 17th,
Okay.
and there's a mural in the post office. I always looked at this mural, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, a strange mural.
Okay.
I looked at it. You get some general ideas, but there's just these strange figures in it. You don't know what everything's about, and I was always interested in it.
Hmm.
Same time, I'm thinking, what do I want to do? I want to keep pursuing this podcast. What's this next thing? I know I'd like to make a movie. I
Yeah.
know I'd like to do a documentary, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so I do pray about it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And
Hmm.
so I was uploading a podcast episode. I'm in the library because I don't have Wi-Fi at my house, and I happened upon a book that's just called The Texas Post Office Murals, and
Wow.
it's a book chronicling every single post office mural that was done in the New Deal projects during the Depression,
Wow.
and a little bit about it and who the artist was.
Okay.
And so I find out who the artist was, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe it was some local guy. Maybe I can find out some stuff about him, and I'll do, a little special episode about
Hmm.
this guy. And I put in his name, and a Wikipedia article comes up, and a website comes up, and I start reading, and I'm learning that this guy, he's this uh, Polish-born Jewish man, youngest of 12 children.
Hmm.
He fights in World War One in Poland for its liberation. Has to move to San Francisco after the war because now he's a political enemy for Russia.
Right.
for
Wow.
and uh, and he moves to San Francisco. He becomes friends with Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo, who are like the biggest names in Mexican art even to this day.
Hmm.
He kind of organizes all the artists in San Francisco, and there in San Francisco they start on this first federal art project,
Hmm.
and then he does one for University of California, San Francisco, these huge monument to the history of medicine. And then he comes to Rusk, or Mineola first, does a mural there, does one in Rusk, and he's all these interesting things, all these connections he had
Yeah.
to these different people and stuff. And I remember I was like, I'm going to make a documentary out of this. This is a sign that I should
Yeah.
make this documentary. And I remember I was talking about it to my wife. We're in bed. It's at the end of the day. I'm scrolling on my phone through Wikipedia,
Hmm.
and I'm pacing, and I'm like, this is something I'm going to do.
You could feel the energy
Yeah.
of it all. That
And,
sounds
and then
like,
immediately
yeah.
I go, well, I'm not going to find anybody who wants to do an interview with me, and I'm
Yeah.
all these,
All the negative
all
self
the,
talk
yeah.
starts. Yeah.
But what I've learned through the podcast is you got to fight through that,
Yes.
and people want to talk to you.
Yes.
And sure enough, I was able to find his grandson.
Oh
I
my
was
goodness.
able to find a historian in San Francisco who concentrated on that era of art and knew all about Bernard.
I'm telling you, take one step and
I
God will
was,
take two. He'll
you
just
know,
start sending you the
yeah.
people. Come on here.
And throughout the thing, I've been able to, I've always had the tools put in front of me.
Yeah.
Now, people will say, they'll wait for God to move,
Yeah.
and you can wait there a long time.
You can surely
and,
patience.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
and
You can wait.
and the thing is, though, I believe that it's sort of this thing of, I'm gonna try to say this in the way that I mean it, because I don't mean it in this heretical way that it might come out as.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that God helps those that help themselves. It's that when you are seeking something from God, you are going to be moving in a direction.
Yes.
If you are
Yes.
seeking truly, then you are going to be doing something.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not, nothing ever happened. People talk about these musicians and stuff, and they're like, oh, they came out of nowhere. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, no, they didn't.
Exactly. They've been working
They
for
were
years.
doing
Yeah.
music for 20
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
before they did this,
Yes. Yes.
and that's the way it works. Is you have to put in that energy, to be an antenna to
Yes.
receive
Oh, I
from
like
God.
that. I love that. Be an antenna, honey. I love that. It is one of the things I think is just very important to note. Anyone that is doing anything positive, that is going somewhere, you have to be walking, babe.
Mhm.
Come on, boo. You gotta be walking. You gotta be doing something. Going to school, putting some kind of effort forth, doing something. I love that because people do sit and wait, and then they're saying, I was waiting for God to come and he never came. Well, babe, what you doing?
Yeah,
In the meantime,
yeah,
yes, you have to be walking that way. So I love that. And then just to be looking at this, I feel like, I was taught that we are energetic beings having a human experience. And so I think because you were putting that energy, every time you looked at that mural, you putting that energy. And so it started coming to you, for you to just be at the library. I don't believe in coincidences out of all the books in the library. Like, really?
yeah,
To find this book full of information of things that you need, right? For what you are going to create later.
yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
and I want to make clear too that I'm not. I really don't believe in sort of the predestined idea
Mm-hmm.
of things. I think that there are ideas that God puts out there,
Yeah.
and I think that there are ideas that are meant to be in the world at this time. There was
Yes.
something, whatever you're doing, you will receive this idea, and every creative person uh, that has ever been interviewed that I've ever read about,
Mm-hmm.
they don't they don't act as if they come up with these ideas. These
Right. Oh,
ideas
definitely
come to
not.
them,
Yes. Yeah, they're
and
downloads for me. Yes, that's very true.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so I do believe that it is our duty to bring forth creation.
Yes.
Uh, you know, I believe that we're created in God's image, right?
Mm-hmm.
God is the creator of the universe, and if we're, and so we're here as His children to further His creation. You know,
Yes.
we're here, when we write songs, when we express ourselves through art,
Yes.
when we
Yes.
do all these things, and creativity doesn't have to be some sort of classical idea of art or music or something. You can be creative in business
Yes.
and how you interact with people and how
Yes.
you raise your children and everything. And if you look at that as you are furthering God's creation,
Yes.
how much weight does that put on what you're doing, but
Hmm.
also meaning does that put into what you're creating, you know?
Yes. Yes. That's beautiful. I do believe because I watched an interview. I can't remember who it was at this time, but just very intentionally seeking, information and kind of what you're speaking about is just at that time frame I was creating, and God was just giving me all these downloads. I just started praying and fasting and very intentionally asking, Lord, what do you want me to do? Instead of me saying I'm going to do this, it was, Lord, how do you want me to serve? How do you want me to show up in the world? Like what is my next assignment? What am I supposed to be doing? And I was watching this interview, and this therapist had said to this lady, because she was like, I'm only a mother. It was like all these people that were doing all these amazing things. And she said, I'm only a mother. And she said, that is a gift to be a mother.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And so I love what you said, because it is, people look at their lives and they think, well, I'm only this or I'm only that. Honey, you were made in God's creation, just like you said, right? We are all on assignment some kind of way. Maybe you're a mother, but be the best mother that you can be. Because who
mm,
knows? Are you the mother of Dr. Martin Luther King? You know what I mean? Are
yeah.
you the mother of, like, whose mother are you? What seeds do you need to plant so that your child can go and be whoever else? Are you married? We're working right now on our Christmas program for church, and it is Mary's role. And it's like taking a different look at, the story, the Christmas story. But people don't pay attention to Mary and Joseph. Everybody thinks about Jesus, right? Of course, we love
Except for the
Jesus.
Catholics.
We love Jesus, right? Well, but it is, that was a very significant role,
Mm,
to just be a mother for Joseph, who was this father who, or even this man who, what? My girl is pregnant by what again? What's going on?
yeah.
He was on assignment as well. You would think he had to decrease so that his ego, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Fear what everybody else would say or think about him, like all of the things. And so I love that, Isaac. I love that we are created.
Yeah.
Yes.
And two, there's the saying, comparison is the thief of joy,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And I know
That's good.
everybody likes to say that and stuff, and too. And here's the thing: I am not Francis Ford Coppola. I'm not Kubrick, and I'm not Werner Herzog.
Sure.
But I can do the best I can do,
That's right.
you know,
Yeah.
and I can uh, make this story that was given to me. I can tell it in my way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell it different from somebody else who would do this documentary. Which luckily I've checked, no one else is doing this. But but they're everybody has a voice, and maybe you can go all day, well, I'm not as good as this person or something,
Yeah.
but there's still value in that
Yes.
it's your own
Yes.
experiences and everything. And I think through that, through creation, through art and
Mm-hmm.
all this, through when you find something, art is something that invokes emotion in somebody,
Yes.
right? There's something where we see something that we connect with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like God looking at his creation and saying, it is good, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's that same idea of like, this is when we create, that's as close as we can get to divine.
Yes.
That's as close as we can get to experiencing God on this plane. That's why there is value in creation and art. And I'm probably going on too long.
But you made a really really good point. I mean, God has given you the vision, right? You're
Mhm.
bringing it to fruition, and it's not for you. It is for everyone else, and it is for everyone else to experience the divine.
Yeah.
That was given to you. Isaac, as we're wrapping up, I need you to tell us. You've been talking about this. Where can we see it? When
Okay.
is it?
Well,
What? Come
well
on, give us some details.
all right. Well, the premiere of Zakheim,
What?
which you may see posters around because I've been putting up posters,
Okay.
will be on January 11th at Rose City Comedy at 5:30.
Rose City Comedy,
I'm
5:30.
not charging to get in. I may take some donations. I'm going to be selling some DVDs of it and stuff.
Okay.
But I just want the community to be able to come in, see this. I don't want it to die without anybody seeing it on my YouTube
Yes.
channel. And it's also going to be my birthday.
Oh,
I thought, what better way to turn 27 than to be surrounded by friends and family and
yes.
people
Celebration.
can witness what I spent almost a year putting together.
But you know what? I think that is a great birthday present to yourself to bring something, one, to take a vision that was given, to work so hard, and then that's your birthday present to yourself. That's the best present ever, to have something to come out and then to see the people that you love, family and friends, people of the community, to come out and
And
support
Michelle.
it. I'm coming, honey. I'm coming. I was so excited because I work in the evenings right
Yeah.
now, but by the time your program is, it's gonna be, I'm switching my hours. And so I was like, I get to go to the program. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So Isaac, it needs the last few minutes. We got 2 minutes, Isaac. 2 minutes. What's your last words to the people?
Come out and see the film if you are interested in art, if you are interested in American history, if you like history at all. Come out and see it, and it'll be a fun time. Bar's going to be open and grill's going to be open.
I know that's right.
So even if it's even if you don't like it, you can still at least eat and just drink until you like
Well, you
it.
know what? I always say I love supporting young people doing positive things. And I mean, you just can't beat it. It's so many young people. I mean, 27, out there doing whatever and God knows what. But I feel like when you have somebody young that is doing something positive, come on out and support this young man and his vision and his dream, that is a God-given dream, right? That you have brought to fruition. Isaac, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you
So
so much.
amazing. Thank you for being my guest, family. Y'all know how I do, honey. But your girls got to go. Your girls got to go. We run out of time. Isaac, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope that you have been inspired and empowered by this episode. And again, it is Sunday, right? January
Yeah,
the
Sunday,
11th
January 11th,
at 5:30 at the comedy
Rose City Comedy
Rose City
Club.
Comedy Club. What's that address, Isaac? Do you know it?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
It's
It's
off a highway. It's
Old
off a old
Jacksonville Highway.
Jacksonville highway. All right, family. Come out and support this young man.